So I've given up the idea of using the Windows platform to try to make a video of my teacher's point of view on collaboration. Collaboration is based upon the sole idea that two heads are better than one. So with collaboration, we get a group of people in a meeting, in a conversation. It can happen anywhere, and some of the best ideas and collaboration happens in informal settings. But we get all these people, five, six of them, however many it takes, to engage in a conversation about open dialogue about a potential problem and what's happening, what do they see happening. And when you do that and you allow more people to engage in that conversation, you bring all their education, all their knowledge, all their experience to the forefront. And when everybody shares that, more often than not, you arrive at a better decision than you would have if you would have just made that decision independent or allowed one individual to make that decision. I really look at collaboration in being three parts. The first part is the group deciding what the problem is and really working through open dialogue to identify the nuances of a potential problem or what's going on. The second part of effective collaboration is the idea that when we've identified the problem, we have to dialogue and have open discussion about potential plans to solving that problem. And it's kind of a free-for-all brainstorming, or it should be, when we think about all the possible ways that we might be able to solve this problem. The third part of it is the implementation. And often the first two parts, identifying the problem, potential solutions to the problem, part two, pretty easy. Step three, implementation, often means that somebody's going to have to do something differently. That's the who, what, when, why, and how of implementing a solution. And this is where we can often get into very emotional conversations and what sometimes keeps us from effective collaboration, because we often have different opinions and they vary differently. There's very high emotions attached to it. And a lot of times there's a lot at stake when we get to this point of collaboration. But without that creative tension, we can arrive at great decisions and do great things with our students. So the first two parts are relatively easy. The third part is the part that matters, because that is the culture that has to exist in order for great things to happen within a school and within a district. It has to be the way that you do things. Collaboration isn't a one-time shot. It's a process. It's the way we do things. It's the standard operating procedures in which we make decisions. It's the environment that you have to operate in. So collaboration is very effective. It's the best means to make decisions, and in my opinion, and it creates the most thoughtfulness and follow up at the end with some kind of measure to determine if your implementation of those solutions are continuing to work. Because change and those things are messy. And the first time you try something, you implement it, you're probably not going to be very effective. So you've got to allow that collaboration to happen continuingly on throughout a basis so that you can tweak it and make it better every time around.